All right, y'all. I already reacted to the part one ViDoc for the final shape. If y'all want to see that, it's going to be pinned below in the comments, and you're going to see a little card. And here's part two. This one is shaping the magic. So this is, I think they're going to be talking about how they make final shape so dope in the background. I don't know. Anyway, let's watch it together, y'all. Let's go.
This team and Bungie in general is all about collaboration. Testers, designers, effects artists, animation, all these sources of input from everywhere coming together. And like, that was magic for me.
Becoming Legend, part two, shaping the magic. Y'all like my voiceover voice?
The final shape,
Y'all like my voiceover voice?
it felt a little like a love letter at times. We
It should,
really
though.
thought about bringing that forward to the weapons. Like Kovostov, it's the
Kovostov.
first gun you get.
Exactly.
There has to be the narrative bookends of the first gun I got in the game. It's here in the Pale Heart. It's like this old friend returned. How do you make this thing really good and really powerful
Right.
without making it not what it is? And that was really challenging. What we ended up deciding on is it is about your skill. Oh, it's all in the wrist. A little like it's gonna bounce several times down this line of guys. You're just really good at bouncing this bullet. It's fate almost. This thing's dope.
Oh,
Yeah, and we
That is
pepper in the
dope.
number 7 in as many places as we could. So it bounces 7 times. It's got a bunch of 7s in its stat. You
7
get
times.
7 bouncy
Oh,
bullets when you pick up an orb of power. Bungie has a long legacy of loving the number 7.
That's
and
true.
This felt like the right place for it.
you know what? I agree.
Cade has this iconic hand cannon that in a lot of ways has become a symbol. We took Ace of Spades and we went, where's the rest of the deck of cards? We had this really cool opportunity to theme all the Pale Heart weapons after different suits.
It has this
Oh.
two-tone feel to it. The opposite side of the gun is the inverse of that
Oh,
idea.
okay.
They look freaking awesome. It also has like these fantasies of characters that have influenced Cade. These
That's
guns are part
dope.
of his past.
We wanted something that you can't do with any of your other weapons, and we came up with no hesitation. It shoots these harmonic bullets that if you're targeting an enemy, it'll hurt them and burn them. But if you're shooting an ally, it'll heal them.
I love this
Okay,
thing.
so
I'm
Lumina,
bad.
Lumina
We had to
action
build a
here.
lot of the language, and with the new cool little Guardian health bars, you can see that. The healing effect on it is very strong. For a while, we were calling it the Just Don't Die gun. It has its own little energy bar, like the glaive does, and that energy bar is charged by any damage whatsoever.
That's dope.
Like,
I like that
We
actually.
know what we did.
I like that.
Since you are returning to the Traveler, we wanted to focus on bringing new supers to the light subclasses.
Like, good choice. Good choice going with light
On the plan, we
subclasses.
wanted to plus up Radiance from Destiny 1 and have it be combat focused.
If you remember Radiance from D1, it has fire wings. We kind of ate that visual space with Dawnblade, where you've got these like awesome flame wings. In a split second, if a player sees a character solar with wings, they're going to see that it's Dawnblade. We had to come up with something different.
Zach, our VFX artist, came up with the idea of this halo around you, like a medieval painting.
Like my boy Zenny from that. I don't know. That reminded me of Zenyatta.
Twilight
Overwatch.
Arsenal is a one-off super that also creates these axes. Coming up with visuals for that axe, it was an interesting challenge. How do we want to root this in Destiny? We took a lot of inspiration from Titan's shield. What would it feel like if the axe was the shield broken up? And when you look at it side by side, you can definitely see
Oh.
that connection between the two.
Okay.
Storm's
I didn't even
Edge.
catch
We
that
wanted
little
to
detail.
Call back to
That's
Blade in
dope.
Destiny 1, throwing the dagger and zipping over there, blowing up stuff. How long do you have in the super? Initially, you had a long time. You had
24 seconds. We did not earn any friends in those playtests.
no,
the
people
first
were pretty
day.
mad. But we toned it down, and now you only have 12 seconds, and it's a lot more reasonable.
We found a problem where when you grapple and then you cast Blink Dagger out of it, I fall to the floor, right? Whereas if I'm in midair and I Blink Dagger, I should be held in midair, right? And it sucks. So I want to fix it.
It's the things like
Play
the camera
testing.
shake, the way the rumble
Bungie
spikes
play
and falls
testing.
back off. We
What?
need all of our abilities to feel awesome.
We want to make it so that the controller melts away. You stop thinking about what do I have to do, and instead you just inhabit your character, and you don't have to think about it. The game just plays.
The great thing
Oh, the immersion, baby.
Prismatic was every playtest we did, the feedback got better and better. We have gone back and forth on what starter builds that players will get in Mission 1.
Okay, we're gonna start the Titans with Stringer's Lash, their strand aspect, and Knockout. One of the notes we got is players just weren't understanding how those two things comboed in a loop. Well, we're gonna drop Stringer's Lash, and instead we're gonna put in Diamond Lance. Now, any ability kill is making your Diamond Lance. Your Knockout punch, hey, that makes a Diamond Lance. You throw your Diamond Lance at the floor, everything's frozen, now you can punch stuff again and get amplified with Knockout. Once we made that switch, all of a sudden it clicked in players' heads. This loop becomes a lot more clear, and players were much more satisfied with their
Alright, this just looks fun, y'all.
At the end
This
of the day,
looks
the chaos
fun.
is the point.
Yeah. If you aren't surprised and delighted in a way that you didn't expect, like,
Yeah.
It looks fun.
This strike is probably one of the coolest strikes that we've ever released.
I started my
New
Death
strike?
journey
Okay. Yeah, we
playing
need some new strikes.
I really wanted to push the expectations of what a strike could potentially be. This strike, it's sort of a memory out of the Witness's history of its race and what its buildings may have looked like in the past.
Okay,
A
that's
lot of the
interesting.
inspiration comes from 30s pulp novels, adventure flicks, uncovering ancient, hidden cities that have not seen a living soul in eons. And then subsequently destroying those cities moments later.
I love the way that gun sounds. Whatever gun that was.
Imagine you're in a narrow hallway. You need to escape it. Lava is descending. Obstacle
Oh,
is coming out.
Indiana
of the
Jones stuff
walls.
going on?
You made this slide towards the closing door, and you're dead. The door just closed right in front of your face. So
That happens a lot.
Happens to me.
I have 7 Gilded Conqueror titles. I want this strike to be the hardest strike we ever made. I
Oh,
want people
man.
to scream and cry over this strike
Oh man.
and just say, how do I complete this strike on Grandmaster difficulty? And I'll be like, yes.
That's kind of one of the fun parts about making a strike. There's so much freedom and creativity to do wild things, and then testing that. It's just a lot of fun.
Why she hate people though? Why she hate people so much?
We
Somebody
have a very
go hug
tight
her, bro.
relationship with Test as designers.
Get consent, but hug
and
her.
I couldn't do anything I do gameplay-wise without
playing.
Test there at my side. But as soon as I can get fresh eyes on it, I think that's where it really comes in.
We ran a lot of playtests.
I saw
and
Joe
every
back
time
there
I would invite people,
on
like,
Twitter.
This is final playtest, but it's never final. We just can't stop.
It's really not just one department creating something special. When you see all those things combined and the iteration and the back and forth, and when you get to this end result where it just feels like it couldn't be any other way, we hit on something amazing here.
Well, it's good to see them looking like they're having fun, looking like they're enjoying it, looking like they really care what's going on, and I feel like they always have. But seeing them, I've always said that. Like I said in ViDoc 1 or before, y'all heard me if you've been in my streams. Yes, it always sounds, and when you see the devs, I'm not talking about the suits that make not so smart decisions up top. I'm talking about the devs, the people who actually work on the game, want the game to be good. When you see them on ViDocs or videos, reveals, whatever, they always look like they genuinely want the game to be doing good. And I'm hoping, because it looks like so far, they gave them some more space to be able to do that. But a strike that makes people cry sounds like my RNG in the game. The subclasses, the new subclasses, I'm very happy. I'm happier for the Titans and the Hunters. I need to use Warlocks. I feel like, I don't know. I don't want to sound negative. But I just feel like melees for the Warlock right now in my brain, it's like it's nothing special. But using it, I might be like, oh my gosh, this is the best. You know? So I'm hoping I have that reaction. But what do y'all think about the supers? Are you happy? Are y'all ready to cry in this strike? I don't know. Tell me what you think about all of this in the comments. If they do a third ViDoc, I will be there with y'all. And please likes, comments, subscribe if you're new, y'all, and hit the bell. Thank you so much for supporting the videos. I'm out.